best and easiest way to get lots of colour in your garden is to grow flowers and have them in containers that you can move in when they're looking at their best and then put them away while they're recovering or getting ready for the next show. I mean, you can grow flowers in just about anything. Look at some of these creative containers. Or you can put them into something like this self-watering pot, and that will help stop the flowers from drying out between waterings. It does help though to know where they like to grow and what time of the year to grow them. For example, things like marigolds and petunias and, say, sunflowers always prefer the warmer weather, whereas pansies and poppies grow better when it's a little bit cooler. So have a look at the Yates website because it's got a guide to when to sow seeds and when to plant. That's yates.com.au, or consult your trusty Yates garden guide. Most flowers like to be in a fairly sunny spot, although you will get a couple like the impatiens in the summertime and the polyanthus for the winter that will grow in a slightly shaded spot. When it comes to maintaining your plants, it's very important to keep taking off the dead flowers. With these pansies, for example, if you keep removing the dead flowers and not letting them go to seed, you'll find that they'll go on flowering for months. They'll look a lot better too. Feed them fairly regularly with some Thrive flower and fruit because it's been formulated to promote further flowering. And watch out for things like snails, don't forget the blitzen. And you can take care of most of the pests and diseases with the Yates Rose Gun Advance because it's an insecticide and a fungicide. Of course, the cheapest way to grow lots of flowers for your garden is to sow them from seed. Big seeds like nasturtiums and sunflowers and sweet peas can go right in where they're to grow. But when it comes to the smaller seeds, you're really better off starting them in seed trays. So all you need to do here is shake the seeds over the surface, press them in. Small seeds don't need to be covered very much, but this makes them a little bit difficult to water because they can sometimes be washed away if you use a hose or a watering can. So I'd recommend to water them. You either put them in a container like this with some water in the base and wait till the water glistens up and you see it on the top of the mix and then drain it. Or water with a soft, gentle mist sprayer like this. Of course, you don't want the top to dry out, so to prevent that, either cover with a bit of plastic wrap or put your seed tray into one of these Yates mini greenhouses. These are really clever because they've got the air vents on the top and on the sides. So as your seedlings grow, you can move these and give them a little bit more air. Then, when they're big enough, you take them out, separate them out, and either put them into bigger pots or out into the garden. So there you have it. Flowers, there are some for every time of the year. There are some for all sorts of containers. There are some for different positions in the garden. And you too can have a whole garden full of beautiful flowers.